last few years, there is no doubt that these little guys have completely exploded. This is boba tea, pearl tea, tapioca tea, milk tea, various different names. Like I said, over the last few years, you're finding these little shops pop up everywhere. For example, I have my little daily walk to the MONIN studio here in London, and I probably pass about 20 of shops that are doing drinks just like this. Today, we are gonna run through some history of where this comes from, and then show you a few template recipes of how to do this using some MONIN tea concentrates and syrups. Let's get started. Straight facts. Over the last few years, bubble tea has obviously exploded, but we predict over the next 10 years that it's going to grow year on year by around 8.5%. So capitalizing on this trend is obviously key for, coffee forward businesses, QSR restaurants, and not only that, it's actually genuinely delicious as well. So a little bit of history around bubble tea. Originates from the 1980s in Taiwan. And then around the 90s period where we had Taiwanese immigrants in America, specifically California, they brought this delicious drink with them over there. And it kind of stayed around like a local trend within LA, and then around like the early 2010s started to make its way overseas. It's only been over the last few years that, like I said, it's absolutely exploded over here. There are two main types. So you have milk-based teas, and that's traditionally a brewed or concentrated black tea paired with milk, and then tapioca pearls or boba, and then on the other end of the spectrum, one that's just tea-based, so brewed tea with a syrup or a flavoring, and then again tapioca or boba pearls. What are the difference between boba and tapioca? So there's two main things to note, and it's mainly about texture. Tapioca is a boiled kind of grain pearl that's then kind of preserved in water or syrup to take on that flavor, and it gives you a much more dense, chewy mouthfeel when you bite into this when you're having your drink. Whereas with boba, these are kind of hollow spheres that have a gelatin on the outside that have a syrup on the inside. So when you bite into them, they burst. You can get many different flavors of these. For example, this is pineapple. I've also got strawberry, but most of the fruits flavors you can grab: passion fruit, blueberry, strawberry, chocolate, coffee. I've seen coconut. Any flavor, it can pretty much be done. But whereas tapioca is a little bit more of a plain staple flavor, but you can infuse them with syrups later down the line. Right, so I have derived two different formulas for the two main types of bubble and milk tea. One using a kind of milk base, and then one using a water base. And these differ slightly depending on if you are using one of our syrups or one of our free ranges. So starting off with a milk-based tea, for any of these you want to start with a 20 mils of a tea concentrate. For example, we've got white tea here, but we also do a green tea, we do rooibos, chai, matcha, various other ones. Followed by that, if you then pair that with a syrup, you want to follow it with 20 mils of syrup, or in case of Le Free, 30 mils of that. So just to reiterate, 20 mils of concentrate, 20 mils of syrup, or 30 mils of the free. And then when it comes to milk of your choice, obviously take into account the flavor pairings. 150 to 200 mils of milk will work, and it also massively varies on what kind of ice you want to use. When it comes to bubble tea, or more of the actual tea and water based, it kind of follows a similar base. So 20 mils of our tea concentrate, 20 mils of syrup, and then 30 mils of the free. The main difference is that we are introducing water into this and not milk. Side note, one of the main observations that I have when I go to milk and bubble tea places is you'll be asked two main questions. One, what sweetness level you'd like, and how much ice you'd like in a drink. So this template here is a baseline to give you medium sweet, which will still be on the sweet end. If you want to scale it down, just drop the syrup or Le Free by 10 mils. If you want to scale it up for sweetness, bring it up by 10 mils. What we're going to do today is make a Pina Colada Milk Tea. Really easy to execute. We've got our tea base, pineapple boba, Pina Colada syrup, and then a coconut milk. And it's important to know whatever kind of flavor profile you're building, the milk will become a key aspect of that. So obviously this will impart quite a lot of coconut flavors, so we don't need to worry about the coconut boba. And our Pina Colada syrup also has a high content of coconut and pineapple in there. If you was to make, say, for example, a chocolate milk boba tea, you might want to use chocolate milk paired with strawberry syrup. Or in the case of a black forest, you want to do chocolate milk with cherry syrup. The options are basically limitless when it comes to these kind of drinks. So we're going to make that now. Like I said, following the formula, 20 mils of a tea concentrate. $20 mils of your chosen syrup, in this case Pina Colada. Also great for your cocktails. We are then going to follow that with a generous spoon of our pineapple boba. Followed by 150 mils of Alpro coconut milk. Right, now we've got that entire drink together, all it needs is ice. And a straw. Alrighty, and second one we're going to be making today is a tea-based bubble tea. So using our passion fruit Lefroy. The main reason we're doing this is just to show you the difference between the ratio for syrups and then the ratio for using a Lefroy. So again, starting off with 20 mils of our tea concentrate. And in this case, because we're using Lefroy, not 20 mils, but 30. We've opted for passion fruit here. And then to pair with the passion fruit, I've chosen mango boba. Just a generous portion there. And then sometimes when you're using the free, it's quite a viscous liquid, so just give that a little mix, get everybody knowing each other. And then, like we did with the milk tea, we're going to top this off with 150 to 200 mils of liquid, but in this case, chilled water. And then all that needs now is just topping off with ice. And then last but not least, just a straw for that. So this was passion fruit and mango boba tea, but again, if you look below your screen, you can find lots of other MONIN suggestions for flavor pairings. Enjoy.